I love the idea of this. The language came out a little bit flowery and a little bit like a higher reading level. It came to seventh grade level. And when I did the edits I'm about to show you, it's still only a sixth grade level. It should probably be even fifth grade, but this is just a first pass. So the imagery was really great. But what it does sometimes, and you'll see, is that it's too much like a novel. You know, when I think how people talk conversationally, and they're not going to say some of the things that are in this that AI put out here. So I just kind of switched this around. The soundtrack to my mornings used to look like this. I just want to simplify what's going on and actually frame it. I don't think AI did a great job of framing what's going on. So I saw that you gave the dog a name later. I think you should bring that up to the beginning so we know who we're talking about. So my lovable Labrador buddy wagging his tail so eagerly it could almost knock down our front door. And there I was pressed against the kitchen window watching my husband stroll down the sidewalk with Buddy. That used to be my job. So instead of like, she's not going to open the door and let Buddy run out into the sidewalk. It sounds like it's a neighborhood. There's cars probably. So I imagine somebody would be walking this dog. And if it's, you know, she's probably feeling a little displaced because she's not able to do that anymore. So I threw another character in on this. But over time, my feet turned against me and searing pinches of pain turned each step into a melodrama. So pesky pinches of pain is a little too much alliteration for me. It sounds almost trite, and letting out a dreamy sigh as the sun painted the sidewalks gold. It's too poetic. It still needs to have some salesmanship. And so I don't know if there's ways we can tweak this so that AI puts out more of that, or less of that, I guess, less of the flowery stuff. But I found that AI tends to do that anyway. It uses a ton of adjectives. And anyway, it's just not necessary. I thought this was in the wrong place to introduce her. I feel like we want to keep the pain going in one chunk and then introduce her. So let's chat real talk. I like that. Very combo. Even a whisper of pressure had my feet staging a rebellion, turning my breezy walks into epic epic sagas of pain-wincing endurance. This is even a little bit flowery still, but I didn't want to lose the whole tone of it. So I kind of kept some of this stuff in. And the whole numbness and tingling fiesta, not the kind of party I signed up for. I loved that. And then I moved who she is right here. Welcome to the club of chronic foot pain, a secret society millions of women over 55 are unwittingly members of. It's like having an uninvited +1 haunting your every move. Count me in as a card-carrying member. Yep, I too battle the invisible beast of numbness, tingling, and ouchies. So this is, the typical, who else wants a solution kind of thing. I faced off with the dragon of pain. What starts as a snooze-worthy ache turns into a full-blown roar at the lightest attempt to walk or even stand. I took Boogie out because it sounds so dated, and it doesn't sound like she's a dancing machine kind of thing. It felt incongruent with the rest of the copy. And this, again, it was a bit too much flowery stuff, the knight in shining armor. They just really went a bit overboard with the metaphors, but I did keep a lot of them in because it's clever and it's an unusual way to sell stuff. I got fed up with fairy tale promises from over-the-counter potions and so-called miracle elixirs. I don't even know how to say that. A charming acquaintance, but hardly Prince Charming. Hot foot baths at bedtime, more like lukewarm dates that sometimes stood me up. So I like this, the path that's going down on here. Holistic remedies. Let's just say my wallet went on quite the adventure for a little more than a postcard. I found that a little confusing, by the way. I mean, not that it's confusing. It took me a couple of reads to understand what it said, and that's never good in copy. Let's just say it went on quite the adventure. And tried the whole low inflammation diet, took those magical walks, even brewed a potion from onion skins thanks to a tip from the internet. Full stop, period. Spoiler, the dragon wasn't impressed. That's cute. My quest even led me to a wise man, read general practitioner, whose magic spell was weight loss. 20 pounds lighter and healthier by the numbers, but my feet, they didn't get the memo. I like that. That sounds like, it's not something you would necessarily say in a conversation. In fact, a lot of this isn't, but you still want to border on the line of being more conversational. My pain turned into a shadowy figure hogging the spotlight in my daily life. My loyal dog, Buddy, with those big soulful eyes, couldn't fathom why our epic, let's say, couldn't understand why our epic quest had turned into mere legends. And I thought about taking this out, but it's pretty visual, so I left it in. And the kitchen, my kingdom, became a torture chamber. If So again, I like things to be at one person, one-to-one reading. So instead of anyone, like all you people reading, no, I'm reading and I want the solution, and you talk to me like I'm your friend. So if you've been there, raise a glass. Cheers, my friend. C, for eons, women have been the unsung heroes, and then period. We're really the glue holding the realms together. From the Hearth Keepers to Secret Ruler, from the Hearth Keeper, we've wielded our power with grace. Descending from a lineage of warrior queens, bowing down to Father Time was not how this tale was supposed to go. So it's a bit over the top, but it's still in line with the feel of this particular copy, so it works. This also took me out of the copy. I'm like, what is she talking about? It's too convoluted. It'd be great in a novel, but for copy, it's just too much to digest. I was ready to summon any wizard, wield any wand, chase any shooting star if it promised even a flicker of relief. And then it's just unnecessary. It's going over the top. Let's simplify it. That's what I think the problem is that it overcomplicates things. That AI is doing that by making it, so metaphoric and flowery, poetic. But I love this line, been there, bought that. Just when I thought my story was doomed to a tragic end, I stumbled upon a scroll or ad that led me to the treasure chest I didn't know I was searching for. No dragons to slay, no towers to scale, no promises of miracles, just a science-backed solution to soothe weary souls. So it was, again, taking me too much mental energy to understand what was being said. So I simplified it a lot more. And just like that, my epic took a turn for the hopeful. My friend, our adventure is just beginning. So sorry this was a bit long, but it's fun for me to go through this and get warmed up again as far as looking for how to feminize the copy the way I would do it.